Programmer.com. Today I am here with,
Your boy Sunny. How's it going, guys?
you guys already know, we're here with the React God himself. And guys, today we're going to be talking about what, Sonny?
We're talking about Bootstrap, and in particular, guys, Bootstrap 5. So if you guys know what that is, drop some knowledge in the comments and let us know if you're excited about that.
Yeah, this is probably one of the most exciting, hottest topics that people are talking about right now when it comes to programming. And we're pumped because we're going to be covering this exact thing today. And a lot of companies are actually looking to learn this. Now, before we continue, and we continue talking about Bootstrap 5 and what you guys are going to be learning, I just want to let you guys know that we actually have a special guest on here with us today. And the reason why we're bringing on this guest is he has a lot of knowledge on Bootstrap 5. He's used it for many of his projects, so he'll be able to add a lot of extra insight and value than maybe even Sunny or I could add on this stream. He's our student in our course Profit with JavaScript, and his work ethic is absolutely been amazing. Since the time he's joined, right, Sunny? Like, this guy has never let up. Like, most people kind of gas out and they fall off.
Rishi's been killing it from day one, guys. He's also a success coach. So Rishi is actually a huge part of the JavaScript community in Profit with JavaScript. So he's absolutely smashing it.
Absolutely smashing it, you guys. So super pumped to bring him on. If you guys are excited, guys, freaking stand up proverbially on your feet, drop it in the comments below that you are excited to see Rishi, because I sure as hell know that I am, because every day I work with this guy, I'm excited to see him. I'm gonna drop some applause. Hey, let's go. So let's bring on Rishi right now. What is up, Rishi? How you doing?
What's up,
Hey,
Rishi?
what's up, guys? I hope you guys are doing amazing, and I'm so happy to talk about Bootstrap. I have been working with Bootstrap for a long time, and probably I have built all my websites with Bootstrap. So I'm so happy and so excited to talk about Bootstrap. How are you guys doing?
That is amazing, bro. Freaking pumped to have you on here. And I mean, with that said, let's just kind of jump into what you guys came in here for. What do you guys say?
Let's do it, bro. Let's jump straight in.
All right. So let's learn Bootstrap, guys, and let's see what's going on with this whole world of Bootstrap. And Sunny, you want to talk about this?
Yep. So, guys, major companies are using Bootstrap right now. We've got Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter. So, interesting story that Rishi actually told me earlier. What's the interesting story here, Rishi, with Twitter?
So the ex-employee of the Twitter created Bootstrap, and the name of Bootstrap in previous days was Twitter Blueprint, and that's super interesting.
Yeah,
Damn.
so literally, so this was an ex-employee from Twitter themselves actually went ahead and created this, and then they actually went ahead and used it. So that's awesome to know. Spotify,
Damn.
Lyft, Tinder, all these massive companies are using Bootstrap right now. So massive value in learning and understanding how Bootstrap works.
Seriously, massive value. And a lot of these, like Instagram is using it, LinkedIn is using it. I mean, even Lyft and Tinder are using Bootstrap. So that's kind of crazy. It just shows you. I think it's one of the most popular libraries, right? For front end, like, or maybe even the most.
Yeah, especially when you're beginning, guys, especially when you're just starting off in your development journey. Bootstrap is a massive tool, like especially when you're landing clients, you're doing your first bit of work. I would definitely recommend jumping into Bootstrap, because when you start developing, your websites don't look that great. They kind of look boring. Using Bootstrap is immediately going to give you that nice looking website. So what's your thoughts on that, Rishi?
Yeah, I think Bootstrap is one of the most popular CSS framework, and it's got like high popularity, and it's like easy to use. Even though big companies, they have like this great developer still uses Bootstrap, so I think it's the most convenient and the most popular framework out there.
Yep.
Nice.
Awesome. We have a lot of people coming into the stream, and they're pretty pumped about this. Excited to have you guys. Even Elijah, who joined Profitable Shortcut yesterday, I spoke with him, and he's on the stream. So Elijah, welcome here.
What's up, dude?
Now, let's talk about what is Bootstrap. And Bootstrap basically allows you to build fast, responsive sites. And you guys can do this with Bootstrap. Now, it is opinionated, and it kind of has its own way of allowing you to do things. But with Bootstrap 5, they've kind of opened it up and made it a lot of easier to plug and play with a lot of things. Right, Sunny?
Yeah, exactly. And guys, the aim of using Bootstrap is to get something what we like to call a mobile first design, right? So mobile first, which means that it's going to work on a mobile and then it goes upward. So it's going to work on a mobile, it's going to work on a tablet, it's going to work on a desktop. So regardless of what screen you're on, that's what we're using Bootstrap for, to achieve that sort of design and that look and feel, regardless of what device you're using.
Yep.
Yeah, and just to add to that, like, I mean, Bootstrap is super responsive, and it's like the grid system and everything is so powerful, and that is the reason people like uses Bootstrap, because it's super, super easy to like make responsive websites with Bootstrap, even though you don't have different knowledge about media queries and CSS, right? So that is the reason like most of the people uses Bootstrap.
Nice. That is amazing. Now let's go and talk about the features of Bootstrap. So one thing is it's very easy to use. It is mobile friendly. And then what are you thinking about the customizable Bootstrap, Sunny?
So customizable, guys, it's massively customizable. You have a number of different templates that you can actually go ahead and use. So they range from a bunch of free templates you can use, also premium. And guys, it's open source, which means it's actually massive. Even the code itself you can contribute to. So Bootstrap is customizable like enough on its own. But if you want to go ahead and add features to it, you can even do that because it's open source. So we have that. So it's customizable, and it's also super simple to integrate. Rishi, have you worked with pre-styled components and the responsive features like the grid you mentioned?
Yeah, so for sure, like it's super easy to integrate. The docs are super easy. The installation is super easy, and the pre-styled components, they are like super easy. Like even if you want to use button, even if you want to use grid or flexwork, or even if you want to use card, it's super easy. You just go to docs, and there is the whole code for cards, and you just copy and paste, and it's super easy to implement. Even the components, so there are different kinds of components available for you.
And like you were saying, even Sunny, when we were talking earlier, it's super responsive. It has a lot of browser compatibility, but there's one browser that they're actually not going to be using moving forward. If you guys want to take a guess, at which browser they're not going to be using, drop it in the comments below. We're going to cover that in a second. And then they have a great grid system, which actually surprised me when we were speaking earlier on Zoom. Sunny, you were like, their grid system is actually faster than the grid system that you just use with CSS.
Yeah, so honestly, guys, and this is coming from a professional sort of standpoint, like when you can code extremely beautiful websites with Flexbox and Grid, CSS Grid, like we do on the live builds. But sometimes when you have freelance clients, you have a bunch of jobs lined up, you need speed. You need like something which is fast, something which is robust. In this case, Bootstrap is your answer. So if you have a lot of jobs on the go, I would really recommend jumping over to Bootstrap and using it as your sort of point to go to. Instead of doing everything custom and bespoke, really, really good place to start off with Bootstrap. Also, guys, like Kazi mentioned, browser compatibility. This is actually a really important point because they dropped one of the browsers which a lot of people don't like. So I can see a lot of people dropping it in. And I think we've got some correct answers right now.
Hey, nice. Let me see if I can actually show those answers on the screen that people are guessing. So I'm going to show some of those by Ram Kumar. He says Internet Explorer. We have people saying Edge. People saying different things. We're going to reveal that to you guys in just a second. And yeah, guys, this is actually a blog post that I think is a good resource. I'm going to drop it in chat for you guys. You guys can actually even go to it. And if you're watching this video, we're going to cover this in just a second. You can even just type in the URL that you see at the top here. But this is Bootstrap 5 Alpha. So it's not like the most stable version yet. It's the alpha version, but it is out as of June 16th. And this is their blog post that they posted. And they talk about like how now it has a new look and feel, which we will be talking a lot about. For example, everything is flat now, right, Sunny? You said that?
Yeah. So previously in a lot of designs, especially when now, like I started off, it was very rounded, guys. Like even when you're using your iPhone, back in the day, you had like a very rounded button, 3D sort of design. Whereas now, if you notice Material UI, Bootstrap, all of them follow this really flat, clean looking design. So they've gone ahead and updated all of that in Bootstrap 5. And just to touch on the alpha point that Kazi mentioned, in case you're wondering what alpha is, it's when they release something which is in like its sort of development stage, right? So just to give you guys some context to that, I actually started using Firebase, the real-time database, when it was in alpha, right? So just to let you guys know, so if I used it when it was in alpha and I'm still using it now, it's actually pretty safe to go ahead and do that, right? So it's pretty good, safe. And then when it moves to beta, you pretty much rest assured that it's going to go forward. So definitely worth reading this blog and checking it out.
Definitely. And now if we go down, they changed their logo. This is a pretty cool logo, I think, that they actually have. We're going to talk about what new things are happening with jQuery and JavaScript and how they decided not to use any more jQuery moving forward. We're going to touch base on the CSS custom properties, you guys, that they added in. So it's kind of really cool. You can basically use your own variables. We're going to touch a little bit based on their docs, the fact that they expanded their colors overall, and even how their forms now have kind of a different feel to it, and they're much more customizable than before. And the fact that they have enhanced grid system. So this is actually a really cool thing, because if you're using previous Bootstrap like Bootstrap 4, you can actually move on to Bootstrap 5 in a really easy transition. So it's not like everybody who's using Bootstrap 5, Bootstrap 4 is now screwed. You can actually just really easily move into Bootstrap 5.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep. So let's go back to the slides here, and I'm going to pop them open, and now we're going to go on here and start talking. And Sunny, go ahead, take it away, my man. And Sunny, you want to center yourself a little bit more, because sometimes you're not. There we go. That's good. It's good.
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
Awesome.
Yep.
Nice. So, guys, here's a quick overview of what happened in Bootstrap 5, and then we'll touch base on every single point. So, jQuery was removed. Massive decision, guys. Massive decision.
Yeah.
And it goes to show you that I see a lot of comments when we're doing these live builds of people. Even we got one now by Al Naheen, who says, do we need to learn jQuery? So, guys, Bootstrap's a massively used framework, and here's your answer. If they're removing it, take this as a vote of confidence that you don't actually need to learn jQuery anymore.
Future code just dropped rip jQuery.
Yeah, so pretty much jQuery is now it's old news, guys. We don't use it. They've switched over to pure JavaScript, which means faster websites. Responsive font size is huge. So let's go ahead and actually jump into the next slides. We'll touch base on each of these individually. I think that'll be a bit more easier.
Yep. So guys, response font sizes, the remove card decks, they switched to vanilla JavaScript, dropped IE support, and yeah, let's keep going, and we're gonna go through each of these.
Yeah. So jQuery was removed. We've touched base on this, and basically, what does this mean? It means that they're using vanilla JavaScript now, which I think we mentioned on the next slide. And basically, what that means, guys, is it's super performant. So vanilla JavaScript is the fastest we're going to get. It's like the bare bones JavaScript. So they've managed to get everything down to being perfected.
No libraries, no extra code just hanging around, because jQuery is a massive library and slows down your code over time, and just having that dependency, like there's no really real reason to have it if you don't need it.
Exactly. And with this said, that's pretty much going to allow us to have that responsiveness and that speed that we're sort of looking for when we're building sites. And then the next thing, guys, responsive font sizes. So this is huge. This is really, really important, because even if you see in our live builds, when we're actually building stuff, we don't actually use responsive font pixels, which you could use different sort of numbers. I think you can use rem, which is a responsive unit. But in Bootstrap, you don't have to worry about any of that. You just use their responsive
Here's a good, just one thing. Here's a good thing Erican asks, and he says, how do you use Bootstrap in React? Is it only for blah, blah, blah? There's actually a library called React Bootstrap, and it's built for use with React. So that's actually a great thing that you guys can actually use.
Really good question, that is, because I've used that personally, being the big fan of React that I am. So you guys can definitely go check that out. We touch base on that later on in the slides, so you guys can check out the link, and we'll have a link for that.
By the way, we are at over 400 people watching live. That is amazing, you guys. That's like if we had like a little stadium, that place would be booked. Or if it was like a Hilton hotel and you have those conference rooms, it would be packed. So thank you guys for being here. We're so pumped. What can they do, Sonny, to help us out a little bit with this video?
All we ask, guys, is that you smash that thumbs up button to get this video out to as many people as you possibly can. And if you have friends, if you have a mobile device, literally switch it on, put the video on. Let's get that number up to 500, guys.
Yeah, because guys, we spend a lot of time preparing these for you guys always, and our number one goal is for the video to just go out to as many people as possible, and for as many people to get value from it as possible. If somebody's a developer, they're on their lunch break, we want them to be able to watch it and maybe just get one little tip, and now they can either get their salary boosted, or they can be seen as more valuable to the team because they'll learn about Bootstrap 5, something they didn't know about. and we can all be a part of that and actually get it to that person and help them out with their careers by just hitting that thumbs up button, because it just gives it so much more reach. It's kind of like the YouTube algorithm is broken. So by just doing that, that would help out so much. And with that said, guys, let's keep going.
Nice. The next big point, guys. Yep. Oh, sorry. Go on, Richie.
Yeah, sorry. So I think, the responsive font sizes are one of the most important thing, because like you and I was working with like Bootstrap, and when you like make a website responsive, it's easy to do that with Bootstrap. But again, then you have to go through, when you have to design for mobile, you have to make those font sizes smaller, and it's just like, it's just not the right way to approach. But this is like massive, and I'm like super excited for this.
Yeah, so it's big addition to Bootstrap 5, massive. Guys, the next thing they dropped.
By the way,
Internet Explorer. Yeah.
Just one interesting thing. So Randeep says you should do a live show as soon as it's allowed. I would attend 100%. So I actually do want to let all of you guys know we're getting this like sick ass place in Beverly Hills, and it's going to be like a clever programmer mansion. And from there, we're going to be doing these live streams every single day. And we're also thinking to actually host live shows there for very few people that can come in just because of COVID. So we would want like only like 5 people or 7 people max. So if that's something you guys are interested in, do DM me on Instagram and we can have a conversation about it.
Yeah.
All right, moving on to the next thing. So Sunny, go for it, man. Take it away.
Yeah, so next, guys, they did a massive decision here, which I love. They dropped Internet Explorer.
So heartbreaking.
Yeah, dude, like that
needed.
browser needed to die so long ago. I promise you that. The amount of times everything would work on Chrome, on Firefox, but Internet Explorer 10 and 11 would just give me such a pain in the ass. So like, I'm so happy they did that. So now they can focus on the actual browsers that we care about. And Edge as well is pretty decent. So they got rid of that. So now they can optimize it. And that also means that CSS variables now work, which is why they were a big decision as to why they got rid of that.
That is beautiful. And just a friendly little reminder for everybody, just go ahead and smash that like button.
Nice.
All right, keep going.
Nice. So the next two things, we actually can sort of jump through these ones. So we've got the SVG icons, right? They added a huge SVG icon.
Ooh, nice.
So for you guys who don't know what SVGs are, they're kind of like, so imagine we had an icon. SVGs mean that they are like vector icons. So no matter how much I stretch that thing, make it like height
seriously,
whatever I want with,
like you guys,
crystal clear.
That's so important, you guys, what he's saying, and I just kind of want to just jump in and emphasize it so much more. Like I want to scream about this, because if you get PNGs and JPEGs, and when I'm doing a lot of Photoshop stuff or even front-end design, it's so frustrating you constantly get these images that when they're like dragged a certain way or they're like distorted a certain way, they start to get very like squeeze it, like they're like all screwed up like this, they're very squished, or and then we have to do things like object fit contain and do a lot of like jiggery pokery to make it work. But SVGs are just vectors. You could literally pull it, maximize it to infinite length, like literally make it like 10,000 pixels, and then boom, it's perfect. And if you make it tiny, it's still like perfect.
Exactly. So really, really massive use cases for the SVGs, guys. And they're just crystal clear as well. They make your website look so nice.
And then what's the deal with custom CSS variables?
Yeah, so this came in because they dropped Internet Explorer 10 and 11, so they were finally able to bring these in. Custom CSS variables are awesome because, we just got our first donation.
Nice. We just got SB's $5 donation. And SB's, go ahead, Sonny.
Nice. Yeah, so we, firstly, thank you. And we just hit 500, guys. So
and he says, not sure if you saw my comment, but your videos help me solidify what I'm learning in my boot camp right now. Thank you so much. React is hard.
Love that. Thank you, guys. I hope we're making it a little easier with the live builds.
That is amazing. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much. Like, seriously appreciate that. That's like such a big vote of confidence. Thank you.
Yeah, massively appreciate that. So guys, the CSS variables, pretty much just how we have variables in JavaScript, now we have them in CSS. So let's say you had background color, you can assign it to a CSS variable and just use that variable throughout your app rather than...
nice. That's actually really cool.
Exactly. So imagine you had like background color, and then, you could pretty much just go ahead, and I think the way you would use it is you write VAR, or like it's like -- VAR, and you can pretty much open them, so dash dash var, and I think you just do it like that or something along those lines, and we
Yeah.
pretty much can use that variable throughout the project, which means if we ever change the background color, it will change everywhere we use the variable.
Beautiful. That is beautiful. So just one variable, and then you just, that's awesome. It's like constants, right? We have them at the top of the file, and then you change it, everything changes.
Exactly.
That is
Hugely
super
powerful.
useful. That is super
I think
useful.
we should use that maybe in the next few builds. Maybe we'll definitely chuck that in or something.
Yep.
Yeah. Nice.
Akuma's Deception says, I have an interview coming up with IBM. I wanted to thank you guys for helping me throughout my journey. Wish me luck.
Oh, nice. That's awesome, dude. Well done. IBM's
That
a
is
pretty
amazing.
decent company. That's nice. Let us know how that goes.
That decent company. It's massive, yo. Freaking amazing. So pumped for you, and good luck on this interview. You're gonna crush it. Just go in with confidence. One thing I like to say is when you're in the interview, just think everything you're saying is just gold. That's not the time to be skeptical and doubt yourself. You can doubt yourself after and before, but during it, just everything that's coming out of your mouth is gold. Trust me on it. It's gonna help you so much.
Exactly. Game face when you walk into that room.
All right, extensive color palette. Rishi, what the hell's going on here, man? What am I looking at?
I think this was like so much needed. Like Bootstrap has just few colors, and like, you know, it was like really decent colors, but like, you know, this was much needed. Like they extended their color palette, and now you have a lot of options to choose from. And I think this is a great addition to Bootstrap. So I'm super excited about this because like now you have a bunch of options to select with. So I think the reason to extend the color palette is amazing.
Nice. I agree with that. The color palette was pretty boring before they added this, so like really, really nice to see that they've extended that out. Awesome.
Yep.
Yep.
That is awesome. Okay, cool. So yeah, we want to definitely have some nicer colors. Now, Bootstrap SVG icons, we touched on it, but this is what the library will look like for you guys when you're there in their documentation, and you'll be able to pull it out. Now, Sunny, just a question, curiosity. Why would I use Bootstrap icons instead of Font Awesome?
So good question. So imagine you're using Bootstrap to handle all the layout and everything. Keep it consistent. Like if you're already pulling in Bootstrap from the CDN, which means like how it's basically how you import Bootstrap into your project. You want to make sure you're not pulling in extra stuff. So imagine you pulled in Bootstrap to do your layout, and then you handled Font Awesome as well. You've now got two massive modules that you're kind of pulling into your project. Keep it all in one. Everything is included in Bootstrap, and also I think Bootstrap have optimized quite well now with the latest Bootstrap 5 update, because like I said, they stripped out all of the jQuery. So I think it would be a good use case to actually go ahead and use the Bootstrap icons instead.
Awesome.
Yeah, I think, and one of the most important reason now to use Bootstrap icons is like Font Awesome is launching Font Awesome 6, and then I'm pretty excited about both of this competing together. And one of the most important thing is nowadays, like, you know, Font Awesome is little bit complicated to use. Now you have to create a kit for you, and then they send you the kit in the email, and then you use it, and it's just kind of complicated. But like when you use Bootstrap, it's super easy to use, right? So I'm super pumped about this. So let's see like how it goes with Font Awesome and Bootstrap.
Got it.
Nice.
Hear you on that.
Awesome.
Random 10 says, I have experience in web development already, and I have seen and subscribed to many dev channels, but you guys are the best. I discovered your channel just at the right time. Thank you.
Awesome.
Thank you so much.
Love that.
All right, let's keep the value rocking and rolling, you guys. So now one thing that's really powerful is existing Bootstrap themes. So if you guys are working on projects and you want to build something, just skip the work of having to do the whole thing and actually just get to the theme. So here's an example of a theme, right? If you are trying to build an app, and maybe you're trying to build a customer relationship management system, or you're trying to build a system, a dashboard that is showing people's weekly sales, total orders, and kind of this type of thing, it's much better to just use a theme that already they've done all the hard work for you, instead of you building it from scratch. Imagine how much time that would save you. And then you can possibly be going on to another client instead of spending 3 months building out the front end. What are your thoughts on it, Sunny?
100%, dude. So imagine, guys, like every single time you landed a client, you had to spend like a 4-hour live session just getting the front end to look somewhat close to this, right? But you could skip all of that just by using the theme. right? And then you can reuse the theme, change up the colors, change up the way that things are laid out for different clients, and you can pretty much have a reusable way of landing and finishing a lot of clients' work. Now, this is a really repeatable approach that I would recommend that everyone goes ahead and uses. And guys, also, these are the people that build these themes are like front end geniuses. So they account for all of the standards. Like you can see the drop shadows here are perfect. They've got the cards looking really crisp. That stuff is exactly things which we typically would overlook, but it's really something that they're going to dial in and nail it. So, yeah.
Shrindi asks, hey guys, can we use these icons on our clones like YouTube, Spotify instead of Material UI? And the answer is that yes, you can. You can definitely use these icons, these themes. That's totally fine. We still prefer Material UI design just because it's easier, less opinionated, but there's no reason why if you want to use Bootstrap 5 you can't. And get the library React Bootstrap and then follow the documentation there, because that's going to make it a lot easier for you to plug and play Bootstrap into your React app.
Exactly, definitely.
Yeah, and I think like the Bootstrap themes, like you can find out like a lot of themes. It's not just limited themes. There are like a lot of themes, and it's not even expensive. Like if you land a client, you just buy that theme, and it's not even expensive.
Exactly,
so
you'll make your money back so damn fast.
Yeah.
And we also want to show you guys some of these some demos of working Bootstrap 5. So you guys can actually go to this link here. I'll try to drop it in the chat as well. But this is a link you guys can try to find just in the URL. And you can even just go to the documentation page if my YouTube is going to work fast enough. Man, we got to get a better and much faster computer because my computer is just maxing out with all of this stuff on it. So let's go back. Cool.
Yep.
All right. So right here. So, but the documentation, guys, it makes it a lot easier for you to understand. I mean, this is pretty much like how Bootstrap 4, you know, you would write the code for popping up your buttons, and then they'll like just pop up right here. You guys can take a look at them. I think, what are some other things that are important to show them? Should we show them card, drop downs, modals?
So a modal, guys, is where we have a pop-up that appears on the screen. Now, typically, when you code a modal, you got to account for a lot of headaches. What happens when they click outside the modal? What happens when they click the cancel button, the sort of the proceed to next button? So these are all things which you need to account for. So let's go ahead and show them a demo of the modal that you get inside of Bootstrap. And it's really clean. I've actually used it for a production app before. So you can go ahead and click launch demo modal, and you can see it pops up.
Look at that.
Super nice. And you can even get an animation of it sliding in and out.
And I can click out of it, and the code is just right here, right? And if you guys want to play around with it on your own, you guys could actually go to CodePen and then just copy and paste that code, and it will like just work for you, right?
Yep, exactly. And then it should just run it all for you, provided you pull in the right CSS.
Right. Just make sure that you link the CSS file. And then once you do that, which we can pull, like maybe Rishi, you can link me the CSS and I can just drop that in and then it'll look great. But without the CSS, it's going to look like crap. But once the CSS file is there, it's going to work. But you guys can use this resource CodePen, and that should make your life a lot easier as well.
Just wanted to highlight, remember the dashboard that we showed a second ago? Let's hop over to that dashboard for a second.
All right, let me go to this one, right? Here we go.
Yep. So, guys, I just want to pay attention to there's a little mobile icon at the top which shows a preview of what it looks like in the mobile.
Ooh.
So look at that. Massive show of the responsive functionality when you're using Bootstrap. So that's something which comes straight out the box. You get that out when using Bootstrap, and it's huge. Like even the slide out bar.
Oh, damn! You can even make it dark mode.
Yeah, really nice, right?
Damn, that is slick. That is really slick.
Yeah, and if you land that to a client, guys, and say like, "Here's your project done," they'll be like, "Wow, okay, this guy like spent a long time. He done everything. He done it all crystal clear." The client just cares about the finished product. Doesn't matter how you get there, as long as it's answering everything that they need, and it's a quality sort of product. So, oh damn, that looks nice.
These guys went ham with the front end, and like this is so good.
Even the demo's jacked.
The demo is too good. Wow. Yeah, a lot of people would just pay for this and get it. Like I would honestly pay for it and get it.
Yeah, this looks cleaner than the Stripe dashboard.
Oh yeah, easily.
Yeah.
This is amazing. So somebody's saying, hey, can you also talk about the drop down nav bar and things like that? So let's go into the nav bar as well.
That's a good point, actually. Yeah, so I've coded a nav bar, a responsive one from scratch. It can be a headache, guys. Like, and what we mean by this is like, you know, when you sort of
There's the
shrink your
drop down.
page and you get that little sandwich bar icon.
Yeah.
So I think it might be in this case, they might be supporting it here. So if we go down and check that one, yeah, there you go.
Ooh, nice. Yep,
So
there it
that comes
is.
out the box. Yeah, guys, if you code that manually, it's actually quite a little challenge to get that working. So save yourself the hassle. Use something like Bootstrap to go ahead and fix that problem for yourself.
That is beautiful.
Yeah.
That is awesome.
There are different kinds of navigation bar options. So if you just scroll down, cause it, like you can find out there are different kinds of options that you may want to use, right, for navigation bar, different patterns, different colors.
Yep.
Yep.
True.
Guys, I just want to shout out. I saw a few people wondering what that theme sort of cost. Like, guys, how much? Let us know in the comments. How much do you think that theme that Kazi just showed you cost? So like that's like a full app theme.
Can
right?
I take a guess too? Can Rishi take
Go
a guess
for it,
too?
bro. Yeah, guys, take a guess.
I feel like it's gonna be $50, something like that.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it should be. Yeah, I think it's not gonna be expensive. It's gonna be like around 50, 60. Yeah, that's what I'm guessing.
So $49, guys.
Nice.
So $49 to get a production. Now imagine you land a client for $500, guys. $49. Take a cut of that. You still got $450 profit, and they've saved you how much of that work. So really, really something to consider when you're trying to grow your business.
Yep. Priya says, to be honest, the day before yesterday, one of my friends suggested your YouTube channel. Oh my God. Right now, I feel very thankful for him and no words to describe about you guys. You guys are rocking. Damn, that is awesome. Thank you.
Thank you.
Awesome.
And to be honest, like I have seen like on Upwork and freelancer.com, I have seen like clients who wanted to build like an admin panel like this, and they pay like $500, right? And all you need to do is like just buy this for $50 and just connect the backend with frontend, and there you go. Like you don't even need to spend a lot of time, and you make 500, right? You just spend 50 and you make 500.
And Elijah says $49 for that is a steal, considering it would take me hours. So now imagine if you guys had to develop your own theme of this caliber. I mean, this is easily 200 to 400 hours of work, and assuming you're actually good at what you're doing. And that's when you would actually get something like this. So now just do the math, right? So let's put in, let's say 300 hours of work at, let's just say you say your rate is worth $30 an hour. You know, the time value of this is really $9,000.
Yeah.
So much better to get something up and running, and then your clients will be blown away as well. Guys, don't spam in the chat. You're going to get blocked. So for example, He-Man just spammed in the chat. He's going to get blocked. But, you know, I see the positive comments you guys have coming in. So keep the positivity going, guys, and just let's keep the quality of the chat really clean.
Amazing.
Awesome. Frankie, I need your help with the chat because some people are going crazy. All right. Beautiful. So let's keep it rocking and rolling. So themes are amazing. Use them, abuse them, and leverage them, and they're going to help you get a lot of clients and make a lot of money fast. So now why use Bootstrap? Tell me about it, guys.
Yeah, so it's super easy to get started. I think we literally just copy in the CDN imports, right, Rishi, inside of our HTML file. That's it. And that's literally it. You pull it in that simply, and then you can pretty much start using it straight away. So it's even quicker than how we would do it. And if you're using React, it's literally npm install React Bootstrap, and you pretty much have the module inside, and everything works from there. The documentation's amazing. So we just showed you a demo of how you can have a lot of those demos. You can actually see they've got the example code. Most of the time when I was using it, I'll just check out the example code and just change it for what I needed it for. And that's it. Like, you don't need to kind of dive in a bit further than that. You can start. They've got styling components for pretty much everything you need. So they have nav bars, modules, buttons, everything that you're going to find in a use case for, including forms. They're going to have that support. So something to definitely go ahead. And I think that's really simply enough to just show you why you would go ahead and use it as opposed to not using it.
And this is pretty much how simple it is to get started on it, right? That's what you were talking about.
Exactly. Yeah. So if you're using npm, it's npm install Bootstrap, and on the next slide we actually show you the how you can just do a CDN import. So just those 4 lines of code, and you got the CSS and the JavaScript.
Yep, that's it.
Nice.
And it allows you to, so like here are the top reasons to be using Bootstrap, you guys. If you guys want to write it down or mentally remember it, it's all good. But one of the biggest reasons why you guys want to be using Bootstrap is actually because you can actually build sites fast. So that rapid development can actually be very powerful for you guys. So here, you can build and you can build responsive sites fast. So, whether it's mobile, you want to go mobile, like it's going to be mobile responsive. It's going to look good on an iPad. It's going to look good on an iPhone or an Android or your iMac or your Windows computer. Browser compatibility is going to be there, minus, of course, Internet Explorer 10 or Internet Explorer 11.
Yep.
And then the turnaround time is fast, right? So what does that mean for your bank, Sunny?
So guys, let's say you have 5 clients, right? You have 5 people that want websites built for you. One wants a dashboard, one wants a portfolio, one wants some other weird site. Like you got a bunch of work on your hands. Now you could either sit there and spend time doing Flexbox, doing all that stuff, or you could use Bootstrap, pump out these apps very quickly, and as we say on the last point, with the premium templates available, it makes that very easy, like we just showed, to do that. Now, if that means that you can take on 5 clients very quick in a month, you might be able to increase the number of clients that you're handling a month, which means that more money goes into your pocket, right? And also, guys, just remember, once you buy a premium template, you can reuse that template. There's nothing saying that you can't, right? You can go ahead and reuse it, and then you can make more money from it. So
100%.
It's like an investment. It's an investment in yourself when you buy that template. Think of it that way, and it makes the decision super simple.
Yep. DevZio says,
100%.
I'd pay $100 for 400 of work off. So that's a good way to think about using Bootstrap or using themes inside of Bootstrap. It's a good deal for you if you can make things fast. For me, speed really matters. And you can be moving on to the second or third client instead of just slaving over one thing for a really long time. So I think that's super important. And this is one of the use cases we showed you guys of it. And then here are some blog examples of how you can actually be using it. So here's a good blog it's called Milo. And is this a link, Sunny?
It's clickable.
Okay, so let's actually click it. And let's see, maybe we can drop it in chat below as well. Dang, that chat is super slow. YouTube needs to work on their chat. It's so poor, like the experience of writing in there, whereas Twitch is just so damn fast. So fast. But here's an example. I dropped it in the chat below too. You guys can actually check it out and what it looks like. And I think it's pretty good. It's showing you like, here's a 3-column one. And I think you should be able to click it and see how the 3 columns work.
Yeah.
And it's very easy to do things into 2 columns or 3 columns, right, Sunny, with this in full width?
Super easy. So you see, when you buy these templates, they give you a bunch of different variations and demos for those variations with the code and everything alongside it. So to get something looking the way you want it is very, very easy using the demos that they give you. So definitely go check them out, guys. And it's just quite fun as well to go around and play with the templates just to see.
Yep. And damn, you guys, thank you so much. We actually just broke 600 concurrent viewers at once. So appreciate you guys. Love you guys. Thank you so much. And guys, keep the energy going. Keep liking the video because it's just going to send it out to more and more people. We always want to get to 1,000 people or more watching this stuff because I think this is very valuable information that I think can help boost your career, land your dream job, increase your salary, or just make you more valuable at your job. Anything that can do that, we want to provide it for you guys. So help us on that mission. Hit like and subscribe to the channel if you want more videos on this. And specifically, if you want to be notified about the Twitter clone that we're actually going to build on Friday, right, Sunny?
Yep.
So the Twitter clone that we're going to be building, if you make sure you subscribe to the channel, like how you guys see the Gary V's video is popping up for me right over here. Let me see if the camera can focus. Let's go right here. Well, anyways, I think you guys get the point. But the top video right here is Gary V. So we want to make sure that if you subscribe and turn on the notifications, then when we drop the Twitter clone, it'll pop up for you right at the top and you can just jump right in, and it's going to be happening in 3 days from now. So I want you guys to be there and put it on your portfolio.
Exactly. With that said, guys, I am now going to jump off onto a React coaching call, which we do inside of the course, which you can check out in the link in the description. But like Kazi said, make sure you turn on that bell notification to be a part of that massive build that we have on Thursday. We're super excited. We know you guys love it. And guys, before I sign out, make sure you guys do me one favor. If you haven't already, smash the thumbs up button for the team so that we know that you guys are watching and appreciate it. And I will see you guys on Thursday. Peace.
That'll be epic, bro.
Guys.
Peace. So guys, we're gonna carry on. It's gonna be Rishi and I taking it over, but this is the course that he's gonna be running a live call for profit with JavaScript. And if you guys want to learn from Sunny and you want to develop your React skills or JavaScript skills, you're going to get weekly calls with Sunny. You're going to get weekly calls with Naz, live calls actually. And also, guys, you're going to be getting the modules and the training, everything you could imagine. And the most important thing that we try to offer you is how can you take those skills and actually make an income with it in terms of freelancing or getting your dream job. So the link is in the description below for the course. Or you could just type it in right at the top there. And I would suggest to at least, even if you're a little curious, go check it out and watch this video and see if this is for you. But if it is, definitely jump into the program, and we would love to help you and teach you all of these skills every single day and show you how to make an income with it. And I mean, you're inside of this program, right?
Yeah, so just to add to that, like before I joined this course, I had some knowledge about JavaScript, HTML, and CSS. But after I joined this course, like I've been talking with Sunny, I've been talking with Naz, I get to talk with them on the live calls, right? And now, like I have
you're actually on a live career with us.
Yeah, yeah. And now, like I started my coaching career as well, and I'm doing personal coaching, and I have like 4 clients right now, and they pay me like $40 per hour. So it's like I get a lot of value content, and I just feel that it was one of my best decisions. Like, yeah.
Damn. While a lot of people are losing their jobs right now, you know, because of COVID.
Yeah, 100%. Like, yeah.
Awesome. So guys, let's keep the value coming at you guys. So let's go and what is this? Is this full screen? What is happening? All right, here we go.
Yeah,
okay. I'm gonna full screen this. Sorry guys, my computer is running a little slow, so just bear with me here. Thank you for the donation. We got one more donation. Really appreciate it, Sai. And he says, can you guys do some sessions on PWA, which is progressive web apps? And yeah, I think at some point we're gonna do something with React Native as well. Cool. All right, so let's keep it rocking and rolling. So can we go ahead.
Yeah, sorry. I think, yeah, this is one of the most important and most useful case of like Bootstrap, because like building an e-commerce site is like so much harder, like when you have to build. But with Bootstrap, like you can see that it's just 49 and you just buy it and you just enhance it, modify it, and there you go. Like you have an e-commerce site, right? So I think this is one of the most important use case of Bootstrap.
Yep, 100%. I think that's really important. A lot of people want to build Bootstrap's e-commerce sites like Amazon, you know, or like Shopify, and a lot of freelancing jobs are out there. So Bootstrap is really good for that. What's going on here?
So yeah, portfolio, like, yeah, I have built my portfolio with Bootstrap, and a lot of people build a portfolio with Bootstrap. So like if you want to build an online portfolio with Bootstrap and you just have a little knowledge about like coding, or like very less knowledge about coding, just go to Bootstrap themes and just find a good portfolio for you. Download that portfolio. There are a lot of free portfolio as well, Kazi. You know, like you can download a lot of free portfolio for you, and then you can just edit that portfolio, modify that portfolio, and then you have an online portfolio. And like, you know, making that online portfolio is one of the most important thing when you are applying for those developer jobs, right? Because like they always want to see where you stand out, like, you know. So I think it's easy to do that with Bootstrap. Super easy.
Yep. I think that's super important to be able to do all of this stuff, you guys. I'm reading your guys' chat, and we're trying to engage with you guys as much in chat as possible as well. We got another donation by Sahil. Thank you so much for that. He says, love you guys, keep going. And we will. So guys, just to recap, right? Portfolio, you can build e-commerce sites, you can build blog sites. I can hear echo. Rishi, you want to mute yourself? Cool. I was hearing echo, so I think maybe your headsets came out or something, or audio maybe. I don't know. Just double check, please, and then we'll try to make it work, because now my echo is gone. So guys, all these platforms, you can all of these types of apps you can actually build with Bootstrap, and some beautiful projects using Bootstrap you can build. Now, the second reason you guys should be learning Bootstrap is actually the powerful grid system that they have. So this grid system actually is even faster than the CSS grid system. So it has some really powerful professional use cases for why you should be using this. And you can actually build mobile friendly sites using the powerful 12 column system. So a lot of big sites like Spotify or Instagram, or a lot of these guys that are using Bootstrap are actually using it like that. It's faster than the CSS grid, which is something I just mentioned a little bit ago, and real fast. And Rishi, did we have demos prepared, or should we just go on to the next slides?
Oh yeah, we can just go on to the next slides. But like, yeah, just to add to that, grid system is like super powerful, guys. Like, I have been working with the grid system, and the way Bootstrap has improvised, and even in Bootstrap 5, one of the major changes are they're enhancing the grid system, right? They launched the Flux box, they launched the grid system, now they're enhancing the grid system, and it's super easy to use. Like, we don't have the demo, but like I can just explain that all you need to do if you want to use a grid system is like you define a div and you just give a row class to that, and then you can give a number of columns to that. Or maybe if you want to just quickly show that, Kazi, you can just go to the code pen and like we can show them. Like it's super powerful.
Super powerful, you guys. It's really powerful. Yeah, if you want to drop me a link, I can probably show them in the Slack channel, but I'm gonna keep it moving just so we can bring more value to everybody. And guys, it's also open source and community driven. And so what that means is there's massive support for it, on GitHub, in their issues. You can even go to GitHub issues to get fixes to your problems. Their documentation is great. So what that means is that there are a few things. One, it has excellent support. So it even has great support for React. And you guys can actually use React Bootstrap. This is a library that they have and it just allows you to plug and play Bootstrap into your React app. And then no licensing issues with clients, which means that you don't have to worry about purchasing a license or anything like that. You can actually just use Bootstrap with clients anytime, the themes, and then you're good to go. And this is an alpha build of Bootstrap. So this is something we touched base on earlier. And alpha build means it's the first working version of an application. So, right now it might be a little bit unstable. It might be a little bit, something might be wrong with it as they start to work out the kinks and go from alpha version to a beta version, and then eventually going on to a fully stable version. But I think you guys should definitely give it a try and use Bootstrap 5, because I think, they wouldn't release alpha build if it's not good or useful. For most use cases, I think 99% of you guys, alpha build, you guys can actually use it, trust it. I think people who are working with massive companies where you have millions of customers, maybe you probably won't move to an alpha build. You won't use an alpha build because you want to make sure that your version is extremely stable.
Yep.
All right.
Kazi, if you want to go to the CodePen and if you want to show them, I just dropped to you the CodePen link, and now we can show them or maybe it's open. It's open, I guess. It's
okay.
Open, yeah.
I just clicked it. Okay, so
yeah, now you just scroll down. I can explain quickly. Just scroll down in the code.
Okay, got it.
In the HTML file, or maybe you can just like minimize CSS and JavaScript because we just have HTML.
Okay.
Yeah, that's how you can do it. Okay, so now I can explain that. So the way you use grid system is, guys, like it's super easy. Like if you see, I created a div, and so Bootstrap works with the classes, right? All you need to do is like just need to define classes, right? Now the way it works is that I first define a div, and that the class name of the div is row, and underneath that, so there is one row. I said to the browser that there is one row. Now underneath whatever columns I need, all I need to do is like give class column to that. And even if you have like more, if you want to add more columns to that, you can add one more p tag and you just give one column. So that's how, like, there's one row and then there is number of columns, and that's how much easier it is to use grid. Like before, like Bootstrap, you need to go to CSS, you need to define that display grid and then grid template column and then one FR and stuff like that. But with this, that's it. And the BG warning, BG danger, and BG info are the Bootstrap colors that I'm talking about, right? BG means background and warning means the yellow color.
Yep. So this warning right over here is how we're getting this yellow color right there. The danger is how we're getting that red color. And then just by even adding the p tags, you're breaking it up into its own columns, right?
Yep. I'm just breaking it into
So
all
super
columns,
easy
yeah.
to use the grid system, guys. I love that. That is so awesome. I think that demo is super helpful. So hopefully, guys, this all of these slides were valuable for you guys and gave you guys insight on how Bootstrap 5 and Bootstrap works in general, and why maybe you might want to actually use Bootstrap 5 and learn about it. Because, you know, even though with a lot of our clones we're teaching you Material UI, and I think Material UI is fantastic, and you can kind of stick with it and be totally fine. Material UI is developed by Google. But what's cool about, I think, even learning Bootstrap 5 is because you're not going to be handicapped. If you go to a job and they're using Bootstrap 5, you can plug and play and learn their system, and you guys can actually get that job still. So I think knowing Bootstrap 5, you don't have to be a pro at it, but knowing it is not a bad idea. So for you guys to maybe build a demo app with Bootstrap 5, or even some of the clones you built, the Amazon clone that we taught you guys to build, the Spotify clone that we taught you to build, you can probably go back to them and turn them into Bootstrap 5 instead of Material UI and learn it that way, right? And just to kind of recap everything we talked about, top companies are using Bootstrap, right? It's responsive, it's fast. jQuery was removed. They switched to vanilla. They dropped Internet Explorer. Now they have SVG icons, responsive font sizes, which was huge. So if we go past all of this, custom CSS variables, so you guys can actually have variables like background color. The color palettes are great. Themes, you can use them and actually get started with Bootstrap super fast and up and running with massive projects. Getting started is super easy. NPM install. Here's a CDN code. You can just drop in and be good to go. Build sites fast was one of the reasons we said you guys should use Bootstrap. Reason 2 was it has a powerful grid system. And this is why it's important. And I think reason 3 that we said is that it's open source and community driven. So you guys can actually use that to your advantage and build amazing things. So hopefully, guys, that was something that was super valuable for you guys. I'm going to share something. Go ahead, Rishi.
Yeah, so I just wanted to say that, Kazi, like if you go to that code pen again, like I have one more demo for Flexbox so that I can also show them Flexbox and Grid both for them.
So I'm in this one?
Yeah, just refresh that page. Yeah, so now just scroll down. And the way you use Flexbox in Bootstrap is like, just scroll down in the code.
Mm-hmm.
All you say is like how you know how you used to say in CSS that display flex. All you need to say is d-flex and then justify content center, and that's it. Boom. Like,
so this actually makes it
so much easier.
Oh, that's nice. I did actually not know that. Oh, let me actually. I'm sorry. They weren't seeing the screen. Now talk about it.
Yeah. Okay. So if you want to, guys, if you want to use Flexbox, it's this easy. Like, you know how you have to go to CSS if you don't use Bootstrap, you have to say that display flex, and then you have to go and tell that justify content center. In Bootstrap, like you just say that d-flex, and then you just say justify content center, and that's it. Like it's using Flexbox. So the most powerful tool of CSS that is Grid and that is Flexbox. Bootstrap made it super easy for us to use like Grid and Flexbox, so that like it's highly recommend to use, but Bootstrap for all of your projects. I would highly recommend that.
Yep. Awesome. Now, hopefully, guys, that brought you a lot of value. If this was valuable for you guys, can you guys please let us know in the comments if this brought you even just a tiny bit of value? Would love to know what you guys thought about this presentation. We spent a lot of time putting it together. We wanted to make sure it was entertaining and educational at the same time. So I just want to know some feedback in terms of, did you guys enjoy this? What could we maybe do better? And so then in the future live trainings, we keep making it better and better for all of you guys, right? I can see Hidayat is here in the chat. Akbar is here. Gaming with Arman is here. Akshay is here. And so Alfredo is here. Komal. And we really make these for you, right? And so if we get your feedback, I think that would be helpful. Now, I also want to know, I have one more thing to share with you guys. And if this is for you guys, if you want to become a JavaScript developer and get a job as a developer, and really it's a roadmap to going from, if you're at $0 right now to going to $100,000. Now, whether it takes you, 1 month, 1 year, 3 years, 5 years, it's a roadmap that can really help you get to and have like a clear idea of how to get to your 6 figures earned from programming in total. So if that would be valuable, let me know if I can share something about that with you. If that is valuable, then what I want to say is, guys, go ahead and go here. The link should be also in the description below this video. But this is a training, and this is a training that we actually prepared for you guys, which is top 3 mistakes to avoid when becoming a JavaScript developer. And we go over some of the most common mistakes developers make. But on top of that, we really just like lay out the roadmap for you and how to turn your JavaScript skills into cash, because I think that's the thing that not a lot of people talk about. It's an exclusive training. We have it up and available right now. We're thinking of changing it soon to a Netflix build. So while it's up, I would highly recommend that if you're interested even a little bit, go click the link below and register for this training, and just make sure you show up, because I think it's going to provide you with a ton of value, you guys. And to register, it's pretty simple. Just at the bottom, click that button. It's going to allow you to register, pop in your email and everything, and then you will be good to go. All right. So go ahead and, pick your date, pick the time, your time zone, pop in your information, and then boom, you're done.
Yes, guys, please join the webinar. You're going to get a lot of value from this webinar, so please do that. And Kazi, there was a question in the chat, like I think it got disappeared, and someone asked that, like, can you develop Android apps with JavaScript? And I would say 100%. You can develop Android apps with JavaScript. Those are the cross-platform apps. I have built Android applications with JavaScript. I use Cordova hybrid applications. I use Cordova, so definitely you can build that.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, people are saying they loved it. A total value. Aaron says total value. Thanks. Elijah says, yeah, I love these presentations. That's great. Great content. Great content from Zimbabwe. That's awesome that we have fans there. Just a small suggestion. Daily stream from your side will be valuable for us. So that's what we're trying to do, Akshay. We're trying to get to the point where we're just doing daily live streams for you guys. And right now we're kind of almost at that level. Even we did one on Sunday. We did one on Monday, and then we're doing one today. We have one tomorrow. Tomorrow you guys will actually be building the Zoom clone. All right, you guys are going to be building the Zoom clone with Node.js. So if you guys are excited and pumped about that, make sure you lock it in your calendar, all right, and set your alarms on your phone and subscribe to the channel. So then when we go live, it notifies you and you can just click on it, right? And then whatever you're doing, whether you're in line waiting for something, you're going out, or you're just sitting bored, click on it, and then you can jump in and you can start watching how we build a Zoom clone, and you can just pick it up. Just think of it like Netflix almost, right? You're just chilling back, watching and learning and picking up new skills. So that's happening Wednesday. Thursday, we're going to be talking about front-end developer guide for 2021, the roadmap to a successful career. And then I think Friday, we do a Twitter clone build. So it's kind of packed back to back.
And I think it's great to have those live streams every day. And I think even with me, or even I think for everyone, it's adding a lot of value to their lives. Like even for finding a job, like I was watching Frankie's and Sunny's video, and I've been following all the live streams, and it's so much helpful. It has helped me so much. Like those projects are literally like so powerful. Dude, like I think the Netflix clone, the Amazon clothes, like you can just literally put that up on your resume. Those are not the small projects that a lot of people build, like a calculator or something. These projects are really like real world projects.
People are getting jobs with it, like Jen in our Profit with JavaScript community. She ended up landing a $96,000 a year. She got a $96,000 a year offer.
Yeah, and the most important thing their hiring managers like was the COVID tracker we built in Profit with JavaScript. They said that they love the COVID tracker. So
yep. So I'm gonna go here, and this is our Profit with JavaScript community, you guys. And so we have tons of people, in this community. I think Elijah just joined a few days ago, so that was super exciting. And I think he was also on these live streams. Now, a few people from the live streams joined, so that was actually super cool. But the community is really amazing, you guys. Now we have over 1,300 people in the Profit with JavaScript community. and they love the program, and they're getting so many results. And I think Jen is the one, and she got a 96K offer. So that was super cool. Let me see if that pulls her up. Enter. Yep. So Jen right here, she's the one who got that job offer. So that was super, super dope. If you guys want to check out this course, the link is in the description below, you guys, and go ahead and check it out. Okay. Profit with JavaScript. And yeah, our goal is to help you profit.
Going on with the and to be honest, like in the course, there are a lot of things going on, and it's just like, you know, even when you enroll, like you get the chance to get back your money. Like we have this monthly challenges, right? We had a COVID tracker challenge, and the first winner got like $500. That's a huge prize.
That was fun.
You have the chance to,
that was fun.
You have the chance to like, you know, get back all the money you paid for the EWJ, right?
So this is
gonna be epic.
This is Sunny right here, right? Sunny, who just jumped off earlier on the meeting, and he's like, "What's up, guys? It's your Sunny. It's your boy Sunny, and he's doing the live call." So he just told everybody at 9 a.m. and then everybody's pumped that he's doing the live React call, and that he's actually coaching there right now. And maybe we can actually even crash his coaching session. Let's let's try it. I don't know if we'll be allowed in, but let's try to crash his coaching session. Let's see what's happening. Nobody's there. Oh, snap.
Dude, 52 people.
Yo, what's up, guys?
Oh, one sec.
Hey!
Hey, is that Kazi? Oh, what's up, dude?
Yo, what's up, guys? Damn!
Hey, Kazi.
We got everybody in the house. Diction, we got Nav, Steve. What's up, Srindy? Chris is here. AJ Thomas. Nice. Hey, Sam, what's up, man? Nice to see your beautiful face. Yeah, no, so we're, so what? Oh, damn, that's sick. So actually, we're live on YouTube right now, you guys. Everybody is live. So guys, everybody just say hey. I want everybody to say hey, what's up? This is epic. So we're live on YouTube right now. We just decided to crash in and show everybody how the calls are with Profit with JavaScript, and so they can just get a sense of it. But this is freaking awesome. We crashed the party and loved it. All your guys' energy is great. And we're gonna stop bothering you guys and let Sunny take over.
Hey, see you guys later.
All right, love you guys. Take
See you guys.
Bye.
All right, so that was super fun, you guys. Just crash the party. Ayadala's like, wow, now we feel jealous. That is super awesome. So yeah, that's the Profit. Yeah, we distracted them. But yeah, guys, if you guys want to check out the course Profit with JavaScript, you guys can directly go to the link and check it out, or you guys can just go right here and watch this free training. And this is going to give you the roadmap, you know, how you can become a pretty successful developer. And it's completely free, so you have nothing to lose. Go ahead and you can register for this. Other than that, I think hopefully we provided you with a lot of value. You guys got a lot out of this. We're so excited to keep bringing this to you every single day. Rishi, do you have any final words before we log off?
No, I would just say that I would just highly recommend that if you find value in those videos, like just hit the like button, subscribe to this channel, and also like please, if you just bother going to that webinar and going to that training and just look at the course once. Yep. So please do that, and we really appreciate your support. Thank you so much, guys, for coming up to the live stream, and we really appreciate that.
Thank you, guys. And we just broke 11,000 views. And we're at $10 in donations, so thank you guys for that. We still have 400 people watching. You guys are beautiful. You guys are amazing. We appreciate you so much. Just smash that like button for us one last time to just let this video and love spread everywhere. You guys are awesome. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I think just yesterday we hit 4K subs in one day, which was like the most we have ever like hit kind of on a regular basis. So that was really crazy. You guys are helping our channel grow so fast. We would not be here definitely without you guys. And I think we might actually be able to break 4,000 subscribers today. So if you take a look at this, right, this is subscribers. And if you look here, we're at 3K subs yesterday. on Tuesday. Yesterday was 3K subs, and Tuesday we're already at 3K. So you guys might be able to help us break the 4K subs today as well. That would be huge. With that said, love you guys. Love your beautiful face. And as always, we'll see you in the next video. Peace.